Hi Taurus, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for March 2016. This month I laid out the Rainbow Tarot spread for you using the Aquarian Tarot deck. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information because some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. This video is a general reading for Taurus Sun, Taurus Ascendant, and Taurus Moon. If you would like to get a continuation of this reading where I look into the crystal for you and see what messages I get from my spirit guides, please be sure to click on the link below in the description box and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for March's Crystal Readings 2016. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, and click on the Videos tab on my menu. Go to page 4, and there you will see Crystal Readings for March 2016. Your sign, all the links will be there. You just click on that, and it will take you to the videos for download and purchase. I want to thank you so much for that. I really am very appreciative and grateful for all your purchases and all your kind feedback and positive comments about the videos. If you have any issues of any kind once you purchase a video, please be sure to contact support@vimeo.com. They have all the access to your private information and personal accounts and can troubleshoot issues for you. I do not have access to any of your accounts. Vimeo hosts the videos and gets a percentage of every sale of every video. So when there's issues, they're the ones that can troubleshoot it for you. I do not have access to that. So hopefully they'll straighten any issues you have out with no problem. So thank you for that again. So now all that being said, on to your reading, Taurus, for March 2016. The first card you have that shows up here in this reading today, Taurus, you have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is a card to me that symbolizes an air sign female. This could be an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Sometimes men can show up as queens, so if the message doesn't make sense to you that it's a female, then, it could be a male. Some of you could be going round and round with this person. You could be having some kind of bickering with this Queen of Swords. For some of you, I feel that she's a boss or a co-worker, or for some of you, she could be a parent or some kind of authority figure to you. I feel this is somebody you may work closely with in some way, and I feel that you don't see eye to eye on some things. I feel this is a challenging, tenuous combination. I do feel that one of the lessons that you're learning from the Queen of Swords is how to handle things differently, maybe than the way that you had been. Like, you may not get along with them, but there is something there, this Queen of Swords is teaching you. You're learning something, and the guides are talking about how to handle things differently. So you just have to think on that, Taurus, how that makes sense for you. If you're in a romantic partnership with this Queen of Swords, this could be a long-standing relationship or romance that actually is driving you crazy. It may not always drive you crazy, but I feel like it's driving you crazy right now if you are in a romance with this Queen of Swords. I see some of you having to be over and done with something about this relationship. Either there's something that's happened in a particular area that makes you feel like I have to be over and done with this relationship, or the relationship itself, you have to be over and done with it, because those words are circling around this queen. The funny thing is, I feel this Queen of Swords feels the same frustration and difficulty level and anxiety level of dealing with you that you feel with them. It's like equal. It's not like one of you is all fine and happy and the other one is annoyed and frustrated. It's equal. For some of you, I feel you're going to have a conversation with this Queen of Swords and really hash things out and start a new plan of action or a new way to tackle something. If you work together, you could be coming up with a new business plan or a new angle to make something happen. That's if you work with this Queen of Swords. If you're in a relationship with the Queen of Swords, you could be hashing it out about, are we going to stay together and make this work? And what are our issues? And putting them out on the table and discussing them and deciding if you can deal with them. So it just depends on who this Queen of Swords is to you. I feel that you feel like you make a lot of mistakes around this Queen of Swords, and you have a lot of guilty feelings around this Queen of Swords. And you may feel like the Queen of Swords is making you feel that way. Like they may be trying to make you feel guilty. But whether they are making you feel guilty or not, I do feel like you do feel guilty either way for something. And I just feel like you may feel like you put your foot in your mouth around this person, or you make a lot of mistakes, like normally where you wouldn't if this person's around. Suddenly you're making mistakes. Like it could also be things like that connected to this Queen of Swords for you, Taurus. I do feel if you are in a romance or a relationship, maybe even work too, that you would have an argument or a fight and then patch it up and get back together. I'm not really feeling like I don't want to contradict myself, but I just feel there's a real strong component for trying to work things out and patch things up here with this Queen. So the next card you have here in the reading today, Taurus, is the World. And the World is a card to me that symbolizes control. You gaining control. The planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you, helping you, conspiring to help bring you control. Some of you Tauruses are going away, because I'm hearing going away and I hear travel. Some of you are leaving the country. I get leaving the country and you could be popping back in again. So I get leaving the country and popping back in. Now I'm recording this on February 16th, so it really could be any time between now and the end of March, I feel they're talking about. Someone out there may be organizing samples of something to present to some kind of store chain or restaurant chain or something that would be a chain of something. And so you may have samples of something that you create or that you sell another company's product. I don't know what it is, but I am picking up some of you Taurus is getting samples ready. And you traveling, and I do see some of you traveling out of the country. I mean, I'm seeing far, long distance travel. I see somebody wanting to take you out on some kind of invite, and it may be dinner, but it could also be like to a fight, to watch like a prize fight or some kind of competition of some sort. You might be going to watch something like that. And dinner could be involved. So I do see some of you getting some invite. Now, for some of you, this is love, or somebody you're interested in romantically is asking you to do this. But for some of you, it's more of a social nature, but not love. So it just depends on which Taurus you are. I feel some of you Tauruses are going to go through a phase where you're going to eliminate caffeine from your diet, and maybe for good. You may also be giving up sugar, because I feel you giving up one or two really extreme things that you've never given up before, or rarely. It's like comes up like it's a hard thing for you to give up. Some of you may be working with a trainer, because I get a trainer or a training system. I do see an increase coming in here for you for financial stability. I'm not like right there. I'm not hearing windfall or big, like they're not giving me that sense, but I get a real sense of solid, strong financial security. If you don't feel like you have that yet, I do feel that you will be having it. I do feel that some of you Tauruses have been doing some soul searching and asking yourself some questions revealing questions about yourself, like, what is it I really do want? I see you asking yourself questions that, not that you never asked them before, but it seems like important to you more now. Like there's some real concentrated motivation or effort as to why you're doing that. And now the next card you have in the layout today, Taurus, you have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes having to make a decision or a choice between two things. It could involve two jobs, two lovers, two different ways of making money. It could be about money. This could also be weighing your options. Some of you Tauruses are going to be cutting all ties with any business partnership or arrangement. And I get cut, like I'm seeing it cut, and I feel like that's going to be it. This may be very prominent because maybe some of you never thought it would ever cease or quit. Like maybe you never saw any ending of this before, but if it's happening now, I feel like it's jolting you, even if you're the one doing it. I just get like you're jolted by it. I see some of you Tauruses submitting some applications for employment, and they may be mentioning it because it may be something very specific. I hear you're going to be like the goose that laid the golden egg. You are going to be uncovering or discovering a treasure trove of secrets. This is very interesting. Now, I'm seeing treasure is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing gold, jewels, treasure chests open. To me, this maybe it's connected to money or valuables but I feel it's something you uncover. Now, if you're a treasure hunter, maybe you actually find buried treasure, because that's what this looks like to me. But this could be an estate finding, something that was buried in the ground, and you bought a property and you're digging up to make a shed or something, and all of a sudden you find this box with all this money or jewels and gold in it. Or you're excavating something for a reason, maybe a pool and something. That sounds so bizarre, but it could be metaphorically speaking where some secrets get uncovered. You uncover them in March or March end or April, and it's like so valuable that this happened. So just know this is prominent, whether you literally find it, unearthing it, or it's metaphorically and some secrets get revealed to you that are so valuable, such valuable information. It can go either way. I also see some of you taking something, and they're saying to the government and to a bank vault. So you may have information. Somebody may have important information that the FBI or CIA or some government official needs. And then there's something to do with it. Maybe it gets locked in a vault after that, because that's the way the phrase came at me. But it could be that maybe there's something else you have to take to the government, like a form or taxes or something like that. And then you're just taking valuables and hiding them in a vault. But they all could be interconnected, because this is like a very, it's a very like spy movie business kind of thing going on here. It's kind of interesting. And I feel that if you're so specific, if you're the Taurus that finds a actual treasure like that you're going to write a story about finding it. So you're also going to make money from the book that you're going to sell, because you're going to write a story about how you found this and how it changes your life and all that. So just think on that, Taurus. I know that was a little specific, and I do always tell people, if the messages I'm not telling you don't make sense right here, please watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because I get emails and private messages all the time from people that say when their sun sign didn't make sense, if they watch their rising sign or the moon sign, they're finding them to be really dead on. So sometimes we don't operate from our sun sign. Just know that. So the next card you have in the reading today is interesting to me. Following those messages, you have the moon. And the moon is a card to me that symbolizes secrecy and deception in romance, secrets in general. And it can also mean heightened psychic ability, heightened intuition can come through this card. I feel like you want to step out of your side of yourself, step outside of yourself, step outside of the box, meet someone new, or gather yourself around energies of people you don't know very well or new people. I see you itching for change or to do something different, especially socially. Some of you are going to be talking to somebody who wants to put you in a position of power. And I feel that you're going to be thinking about it and giving some second thoughts and mulling it over about what you want to do with that. This could also apply to any political figure out there that gets asked to be running mate or whatever, vice president or vice something. I don't know. I'm not saying it's that, but it's coming up like it could have political implications here. So I'm just saying it because it is buzzing around this. It's not going to be, obviously, it's not going to be that for everybody. If you're working, I feel you might be thinking of taking a leave of absence from your work, and you may be getting an apartment. So if you live with somebody or you're married or whatever your living situation is, you may think of getting an apartment on the side. This could be to alleviate stress for you. You could go there after work. Maybe you would sleep there at certain hours if that would help you with work. I don't feel like you're moving there. I don't feel that. Some of you maybe, if you're breaking up a relationship, you might be doing that. But I see some of you getting an apartment or leasing someplace. And for some of you, taking a leave of absence from work. I don't feel like you're doing anything not above board in regard to the leave of absence or anything like that, because I see you filling out all the appropriate paperwork and all the appropriate forms and following all the steps and protocols. So I don't feel like it's something you can't do. You could also be filling out those kind of papers for other reasons, because it is coming up here, you signing papers that fit those descriptions. If you get into a position or are in a position where you can start firing people, if they're not pulling their weight or they're really giddy and silly and like dopey and not doing their job or, wasting time and goofing off, you're going to start getting rid of those people. Anybody that's doing like stupid teenage, this is no criticism against teenagers. I was one and I don't forget it. But I feel like, sometimes certain teenagers can act very, nitwitty, like not really buckling down, not doing their work, gossiping, goofing around, trying to dodge work and responsibilities. I mean, adults can do it, but teens do it too. And I see some of you, if anybody looks like they're doing that, no matter what their age, I feel if you have the power to fire them, you're going to start doing that. That's also coming up here through this card. I think I got this earlier in this reading. A long-standing love affair. It may get broken apart or end. But it's funny how they're naming it, what they're calling it, because they're not. It could be marriage, but it seems like this is more particularly geared towards an affair. Like if you had an affair with somebody for years and years and years and you just never married them, or you stayed married to somebody else and you were having this affair. It's going to end. It's going to break apart, I feel, in March for many of you. But it seems mostly like that situation. But it's something that would have been long-standing, they said. So the last card you have in your reading today, Taurus, for March 2016 is the Ten of Rods. And the Ten of Rods is a card that symbolizes starting out to new and better horizons, like you're leaving to better horizons, but the 10 rods of burden are on your shoulder, and the 10 rods of burden are actually a benefit and a blessing to you as you move on to your better horizons, because it's the knowledge and experience you gained through struggles, karmic tests, and lessons that you learned. So they're going to be helpful to you as you move on to these new horizons. I do feel that you're going to be getting involved with teams, groups, groupings, and social networking. You may be parting ways from an old company and then partnering up with a new company for some of you. There's a real change of job scene for many of you Tauruses in March, no matter what the scenario. Starting a new job, changing from one job to another. There's a lot of job activity going on for you in March. If you're involved in advertising or marketing or any kind of ad campaigns, I do hear that they are going to be a huge success. So just know that you're going to have some real successes from anything that's, marketing, promotions, or ad campaigns. Learning the law, learning marketing, and dealing with research and development is all very high energy topics and subjects for the month of March connected to Tauruses. If you're single or you want to get divorced and then become single, I do see a new marriage prospect for some of you on the horizon. And I see this new marriage prospect brings, obviously they have their own family. So they bring like a whole new family to you. Some of you Tauruses are going to be experiencing a somewhat major change in family circles and situations for some of you. I feel this is going to be a good situation. I hear there's a learning curve in it, so it's not like everything happens in a snap, but I do feel completely that they're going to like you and that you're going to like them, and I feel that you're going to be comfortable with them, and likewise them to you. So I don't feel like the situation of these new people coming in is going to be people that disturb you or that you don't like. That's not how it's coming up. So that's positive for you. Tauruses out there that are going to have a new love marriage or a new, they're talking about it being a marriage. So, that's good to hear. Not negative there. I feel you may have some people that want to complain to you or cry the blues to you. And if you're feeling good, this messes with your energy and it just takes you down a notch. And I feel that you're going to be I don't think you want to be rude to them, but I see you really trying to protect your boundaries or not listen to them too much. And that you may try to get out of their way or avoid them, because I feel things are rolling pretty good for you and going to be on the upswing. And so this is somebody that would just interfere with your energy and bring you down, and you don't need that. So I'm not saying you're not going to care about them or like them, whoever this is, but I see you feeling like you feel that you need to avoid them. I see some of you formulating a group dynamic which involves training, educating, and learning. You may be forming an alliance or a group with some people that are now going to start, maybe you're going to have a center where you're going to teach hypnosis, Reiki, different kinds of energy healing, nutrition, anything. You may form some kind of alliance, and if it doesn't have to deal with holistic or metaphysical subjects, it could be a group in any kind of similar business endeavors like hair salon, massage, and nails, and spa, or facials, spa, and gym. I don't know, but you could start to form some kind of alliance or group that involves teaching and learning. And I feel people would pay for these services. This isn't just donating for free, although you might offer some things for free. It's not a free clinic or anything like that. So I hope this reading was of help to you, Taurus, and I certainly hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for liking, sharing, and watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do appreciate that. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. That way you'll get notified when I post my monthly Psychic Tarot readings and my mid-month Psychic Tarot updates. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter and on my Facebook page, The Lucky Mermaid LLC, because I do post things there daily you won't be able to see here on YouTube. I post card readings, videos, educational information. So if you're interested, please go check that out, and please be sure to click like on my page. I appreciate that. If you would like to get a continuation of this reading where I look into the crystal for you for March 2016, Taurus, you can click on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for crystal readings for March 2016 for each sign of the zodiac for download and purchase. If you would like to access them by going through my website, you can go to www.theluckymermaid.com, click on the videos tab on my menu, make sure to go to page 4, and there you will see all the links for all the signs for the crystal readings for March 2016. You just click on your link and it will take you to the video for download and purchase. I want to thank you so much for all of you who have purchased videos from me. I am very, very grateful, and also very thankful and grateful for the kind comments, emails, and feedback I've received from those videos. So I do truly appreciate that. I'd also like to add here, if you ever have any issues with any videos that you purchase, please contact support@vimeo.com. They have all the access to your personal accounts and information, and they can troubleshoot any issues that you may be having with the videos. I do not have access to your personal information or accounts, and therefore I am unable to troubleshoot issues for you. Vimeo is hosting the videos. They do get paid a percentage from each of the videos I sell, so please contact them if you have any issues, and I am very hopeful that they will be happy to help you with that. So I want to say I hope you have an amazing month of March, Taurus, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.